Welcome to the model of ninth wave. Superior inventions for financial markets using 369 forecasting research and development.
Hello friends, we are back today to apply Mandala on intraday charts to see if we can get some turning points, not in time, but in price. We use KEGI 9 by 9 points because we are big proponents of promoting 369 because there is nothing beyond 3, 6 and 9, and 999 is a powerful frequency, as you guys will explore as you do your research. But the reason we chose this is just for that reason. KEGI basically gives us the trend. All I'm trying to do is detect the big bars. Big bar, big bar, big bar, and applying the same laws, same tool, and trying to get the measurement of the DNA and how it is going to reflect to help us, people who trade intraday, get these points. So what is Mandala? And what is its measurement? Well, there it is. We are big proponent of geometry. As one of the sciences. So there it is. Now this symbol is used in various civilizations and for various reasons. Our ideas are not esoteric, but these measurements right here. So I've given you what it is that I'm showing you. I'm not giving you the measurement of inner to the outer one which I'm using. The reason for that is in the ecosystem of mystics, you're given and shown the path, but not the ready-made fruit. So you have to do some work, but I'm giving you and I'm showing you and proving you that these symbols are applicable in all aspects of life and also in the markets. So without getting into much more further delay on this, with some effort you can profit and do what I'm about to show you again, this time in intraday charts. I also have given you 9 by 9 point ranges to detect this, because 9th frequency is the terminal frequency, then it jumps and shifts into next vibration, right? Alright, so let's bring back Mandala. There it is. Here it comes. And in the previous video, we already showed you how to apply it in real life on daily charts. Now the question is it applicable only on daily charts or not? In my discoveries, science once and right measurements once discovered are not bound to any specific time, because we as human beings are chopping time. Time is continuous, it's not discrete. So just because I took a slice on a daily doesn't mean the laws of universe are going to change, right? So that's about that. So let's try some examples and see if it is helpful. Again, it's not going to be 100%, but it will give you the context of the termination. So let's start from here. This is what we found. and I'm just curve fitting this height, right? In my up wave and down wave, our rules are same, but I need to find the biggest bar. So if I look at this swing, swing and swing, this is a new swing and this is a new bar. And in this bar, this bar was the biggest bar. So we have to use the biggest bar in your unfolding structure, because the structure is unfolding. How do you know what the termination point is? Alright. So this height is the height of this left side. It can be any side because all the sides are same height anyways. I'm just doing this so we can time it also, but the same as this height. Doesn't matter, right? This box, one side is same as this height, is built that way. Then we offset it. Offset gets us to this location. And we get a pullback of 30 points in ES. Now it's becoming a technical trading that, hey, if I want to reverse and look at this bank's balance points. So if head is reversing, this is a good area to go in the opposite direction. Now this swing is still active, this big impulse. So let's relocate it. So moved it here onto this pivot. Is there anything bigger? No. That's the biggest one. So we'll keep it. And it is projecting. The market is going here for potential a little bit of reversal, 15 points. Anything else came up? So this big one came up. Right now we have been keeping at the pivot. So now let's see if this one is bigger. Okay. This height is correct. So I want to double check. And this is ongoing swing. We placed the bottom of the mandala here, and we should anticipate something going on there. That's why curve fitting approach is good for us. All right. So, did you find any this other principles at play? But I'm just looking at this height. Any other new height came up? Not really. So this DNA is floating around right here. Okay. So intraday, we can look at the, now as I said, what is a pivot? If you don't know what that is, we can put zigzag there, mathematical structure. I'm just looking at this, right? This is small zigzag. I'm looking for a real strong big bar, genetics everywhere. So this is a real pivot. One approach. Second approach is we will keep it the original measurement in the DNA. Where is DNA? You can see right here. Okay, right. This is a DNA bar we found. Boom. And let's mark it. Let's remove it. So from this day, We got 1, 2, and 3 reactions. So 1, 2, 3, 4 days, you got 3 trading targets, which is something we can have used, right? All right. Now, this is a big DNA bar, right here, and this is a big DNA bar, big up bar, and this is big DNA bar going down. So let's do the same thing on this side and see what we find. I'm gonna move a little faster now. Keep saying that. Gonna keep talking more and more. Okay, we got this DNA right here, offset method. Wait for it to hit the bottom part of it, and hopefully there's some reactions. We got some reactions. Let's do one more, and I think now the point was not show this. We already spent half an hour earlier. This point of this is that the approach to measurement, right, is different. The structure has to be understood before you use technical indicators. Okay, big bar, the two options. We'll offset it at the bottom. It's gonna go up way up front somewhere, way in the top. Other, we'll just keep it where the big bar is. So there's a big buyer bar, and there's a big seller bar. So this is sideways action. We can see it, right? So we'll take this one or this one. Either way, I don't see any other big one. So if we just keep it at a bigger bar, just keep it and see at that point. Now our green level is also showing up there. It came there, right? Double whammy. And then comes the other ideas of losing momentum, oscillators, and all these things. So this is the last thing you want to do to use your indicators, any indicators. You don't even need this. I just use them for divergence. Okay, and then other rule is this momentum is coming. It came in the up move. This was a very big bar. People who have heard a little bit more internal depth, they know what's going on a little bit much more deeper, because that secret have been revealed in the private, what's really going on. Okay, so let's zoom out. Now this bar was calculated, it is offsetted to this lower side, and we are waiting for Mandela height to show up right here. If you just go across it, first touch is right here. This one you can do it like this, doesn't matter. Alright, let's do one last one and see if we can put. Now this is gonna keep going on and on and on like this. Right? Structures. Understanding the basic structure of the market, because there's no fluke in the universe. And as we understand more of these structures, it helps us grow spiritually, emotionally, and finance is the side effect of achieving all those results. That's the final reward. That's a journey you have to travel through. Evolution. So this is a big bar, as you can see. I took it, now offset it. Put a marker here at the bottom. At least now we are getting a little bit better understanding of what is going on, why market is rotating. So you're getting all this, right? We got that height, we got this, we got that, we got that. Isn't it funny? Got this, what got that, right? All of things are coming. And it goes on and on and on. The story goes on and on. Now let's go this way. Now this is a up movement in the market. We have to locate big bar. And big bar is the exhaustion last stage bar, where the sellers and the buyers fought. The battle was unleashed. So let's see, is there any other, oops. So let's say we were at this point initially, right? Looking for the big bar, big bar, big bar, what's going on, what's going on. This going on, right? Oh, sorry. Whatever that is. Let's go with that approach, because this is the part 2 of the equation which I cannot express in public, that this big bar has a lot of properties, and this is used for advanced entry in the system. Since we cannot discuss that, let's go with our that we were here and we got this in the uptrend, we got this big bar somewhere, right? So let's find something else. It doesn't hurt to put it here. Eventually it will vibrate. We'll put it in the bottom. We'll put it precisely at the bottom, at the beginning of it. See this beginning of this trend with the big bar, it ended, the termination point was here. That was the time also we discussed. But we want to find the price. Now this price based on this big bar is sitting here, 41.88. It's not there yet. It could pretty soon go there. We'll just mark it, because we have some reports coming up. NPI, CCI, GDP. CCI is critical report. They will create panic up and down, but it should be close to our termination points. Alright, so you were saying, oh, this is my bar, or this is my move from this, so find me a bar here. And let's find you a bar there. Height, oops. Alright, so this is the height, and if this is the swing you are interested in, you measure that, and we go to this guy. It gets to this point, which is fine. As I said, this is not 100% perfect science because of two things. First, we are not using the squared charts, and we are doing very random calculations. And there it is. So we got to this termination point. So it is not designed for to the tick, obviously. Now we have a green, second green, based on the rules if we have been following those. And this is coming, also it gives me confidence that this is okay. If I want to go short, this is a place to do it. Stop loss, go short, 1 to 2, 1 to 3. This is a game of probability. Okay, so we got that bar. What else did we tried with this bar, big bar. Okay, that's all we got. So let's try one last one. I keep saying this is it, and I keep wanting to do one last one just to make sure that this is not a randomization. Now also remember this. In the sequence of events, the big bar upward movement is this. If you take this big bar, keep it right there. As I mentioned earlier also, big bars, huge bars, you should, because the measurements other will work as well, but they will go out of bound. May not be used right away, right? So keep the two placements you have to do in the big bar itself, and then this location offsetting method. It's gonna go. So if you just keep it here, it doesn't matter, and just mark it. But what's going on? So the idea is pretty simple, right? At the same time, what is really going on is like you're throwing a pebble in a pond and the waves are going on. This was somebody created this wave, is gonna get reflected, and we are trying to find those endpoints by various approaches. So now we got these two termination points giving us even higher probability. My job is to now take shot. So how do we enter the shot? This is where the Kegi bar could help us. The Kegi bars can be thought about as again swing charts, but something similar. So you see this one is creating a pivot, right? So this is a pivot break component. So market went up, came down, came up, got this pivot. And if I want to go short, and the risk profile is going to be either some of your entries may be here, this block, stop loss, right? Or we're going to go short below this break, right? So it could have gone this way, that way, and blown away. So it has to prove itself that this pivot has broken. We get some sense of sellers coming in. So your stop loss could be just, entry could just be here. Right. So first time, even this entry, it has to come back to the pivot, and then it retested the same area with the lower low, loss of momentum. Now it's easier said than done, because what happens is you're looking at this huge, you don't know this is a termination point, right? And there's also a high termination point we found, which it has what 41, 88, 90 area, which it could have gone there too. So this is where risk reward comes when you're doing anti-trend trading, trying to catch those reversals. And this is where it is. Now we have other techniques. You have lots of techniques to do different things. But this is a basic, simple structure. If you understand, going back to this mandala, everywhere you look, foundation structure. Look at this. Inside this is a magical square. Now we will show you next time that the magical squares and the planetary magical squares, if you convert that into geometry, you can pinpoint all the time as well. But for now, if you can understand this, Buddhist mandala, matrix symbology, just study this. I'm using this inner square, I told you about it, and I'm using this square outside, and I'm offsetting these heights. That's all. I gave you exactly what I'm doing. So that is the homework. Thank you.